Oh my goodness gracious, scorekeepers! You're not classmates this week. You're scorekeepers again. Hooray! We're back. We're back briefly from our summer vacations, and this is the score. This is the podcast where we look at arts and culture through our queer black lenses. As always, I am your co-host Rocky Jones, and I'm here with my two fabulous co-hosts. First, what would we do without the indomitable Dr. Lee Bynum? Hello, Dr. Lee Bynum. How are you?
Hello, Slovakia.
Slovakia, Bratislava
Yeah.
represent.
Yes. Who needs the Czech Republic?
Mm-mm. Czechia, check yourself. And of course, we are also here with the beautiful Paige Reynolds. Hello, Paige. How are you?
Hello. I'm melting like a popsicle, but that's okay.
Child, this
The
weather is too much for me. I can't. I cannot.
only thing is, at least, it makes my skin and hair pop, I'm feeling, summery and sexy and free and stuff, but I'm just hot.
I am not feeling
Hot.
sexy and free when the whole world smells like a cigarette.
I was out there taking selfies in my little P100 mask the other day, looking like I was like, this looks like Mad Max outside, and I'm just sitting here clink, 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 gardening with my gas mask on.
Oh, it is the new reality American 2026. Orange skies. Walk outside for 5 minutes, feels like you smoked two packs of cigarettes. The lettuce has poop on it. Poop salads for everyone. My
Oh my
God.
God. Hell.
Can you
Hell.
believe? Can you believe we live this way?
You sick of winning yet?
The greatest country on earth. My God, today. But what a summer it has been. We have been outside. I feel like we have not done this in forever. I feel like we haven't recorded an episode in like what, 4 weeks, 6 weeks?
Hmm.
A long
My
ass time.
goodness. So
Yeah.
Ciao.
there's much to catch up on, much that is sort of happening in everyone's lives. And so I guess this is just an episode for us to just kind of catch up with each other.
Yay.
Because, I mean, y'all read the news, you know all the fuck shit that's happening.
Hmm.
Like, I can't. Even RuPaul, we can't even have anything nice there.
I was
What does she do
so
now?
angry.
The
So angry.
rigorous child.
Yeah.
The rigorous.
Mm.
I didn't even finish watching because I saw the first episode after the brackets ended, and I said the
Bad.
storytelling challenge, and I said, "Oh, I see. I
Bad.
see what's happening here."
Bad.
Because there was just one queen, much like last year, that
Hmm.
RuPaul decided was the winner,
Hmm.
and
Yep.
then just crafted the entire rest of the season to make sure that that queen won. And it's not that Crystal Method is an unlikable queen
Mm-mm.
by
Very
any stretch
likable.
of the
Very talented.
imagination, but she did not win those challenges
Mm-mm.
at
Period.
Or
all.
certainly didn't win them lip syncs.
At all.
You know, the thing about this that I keep coming back to, because if I were RuPaul and I had my name on a reality show competition, I would also pick who the fuck I wanted to
Hmm.
win. I just would. That would be the entire reason of doing it. But I wouldn't just say the final decision is mine and mine alone. I would say at the start of it, all of the decisions are mine and mine alone. So no reason for y'all to get into your feelings. I'm about to pick whomever I feel like picking for whatever reason I feel like picking them. And that is how this competition goes. That's what makes this a deadly competition, right? And let that be the thing in front of us. Please do not say to me that we are having a lip sync smackdown if winning the lip sync doesn't mean that you get to stay in the competition. Please don't ever say that to me because I'm going to assume that you meant what you said and not what you just did. Kennedy did not lose that lip sync. And then on top of that,
She sure did it.
Akira did not lose that lip sync to Joey J. I
She
appreciate
sure
Joey
did.
J. Joey J is the first gay. I am so grateful for everything that he has gone through on behalf of the rest of our people, and
Trailblazer.
yet did not win that lip sync.
At all.
And
At
then
all.
Crystal didn't win the lip sync against Joey J. It was like, what's going on,
Crystal
Rue?
didn't win the lip sync against Jasmine.
No, Crystal didn't win any of the lip syncs. Sam Star was not the worst one at all the week she went home. And I'm not like a Sam Star stan. I'm calling balls and strikes, right? Didn't she just didn't lose that week. And it was like, well, why does she have to suffer? There are other people who could actually also go home right now who are not going to win the whole thing. I didn't I didn't get it. Like I just didn't get it. And anytime you have to then go to Canada All Stars to feel like you're washing the taste out of your mouth, that's
I, here's my thing. I completely agree with you, 1000%. The thing that makes me angry about it, and I think the thing that made everyone so, I think people are, my general sense on social media is people understand that this was, obviously, rigged in Crystal's favor, but they're not as mad about it as they were last year. It's because people like Crystal more than they like Ginger.
right.
Fine, whatever. The thing that makes me mad about it is that like RuPaul can make any decision that RuPaul wants to make, and that's all well and good. Um, but at least get the producers and editors involved so that so that the story that you are communicating to the audience reflects in a way that doesn't feel fake and manufactured and manipulative. As somebody who edits video for a living, I understand that I have the power to use video and audio to tell whatever the fuck story I want and make you believe and buy and do whatever I want.
Mhm, mhm.
That is the power of a good editor. And so I think it speaks volumes that, these lip syncs happened and the editor perhaps would maybe they were given the directive, like, make it look like Akira won this lip sync. And
Exactly.
and they couldn't do it. There
Oh,
wasn't a way to sort of tell the story of that lip sync without sort of, and frankly, I mean, I think they both did amazing, and
Yeah.
it should have been a double Shantae.
Yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
but if there was only one person to pick, I thought Kennedy won that lip sync.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's crazy. And you
Yeah.
just want Akira on your show so she can be mad about Silky stealing her TV? What is the what is the drama there? Why don't
It
they like each other?
I couldn't figure it out, and I
what?
was super angry that they teased what was supposed to be a really great lip sync between the two of them all season, and then we didn't get it. When neither of them lost the lip sync, yes, on the last episode, that would have at least given us the opportunity to see them fight it out. Like,
Yeah.
I just thought that was, again, bad editing.
Apparently Akira and Silky have they fell out. There's a TV involved that
What?
Silky supposedly stole, But then it's a whole
What?
thing. It's turning into like Portia and Shamia and moms are involved. It's a whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand. But I feel manipulated in the same way that like I don't know if you like the if you've seen the new season of Project Runway has started.
I only saw the first episode. I haven't seen the next one. There's only so much Heidi and Tyra on the same panel that
It's a
I'm going to
lot.
be
Ooh,
able to
And
take.
Law Roach as
my
well.
Lord.
And
Ooh.
Law didn't
Just
even register as much as he could have because Tyra is still so ninny-ish. Like I forgot what it's like to watch her on a show, only every now and then making sense. I'm like, oh right, you do this. You just say a bunch of words, most of which add up to absolutely nothing. And then I don't know, every fourth comment you'll say something. I'm like, okay, I know what you mean. But generally she's just saying a series of words in English and hoping that some meaning will exist on the other side of it.
I will tell you that the judging for the second episode is so out of pocket and nonsensical. The person, one of the people that they chose to save, I mean, he seems like a lovely person, but child, that outfit was so like. Let me just a scrunchy elastic waist on the skirt that's shiny.
Hmm?
Hmm. That's all I have to say. And literally, when it made me fall, I fell out because it was walking down the runway, and Heidi just goes, "Oh, it would fit anyone." But I mean, do you want a spoiler
Oh my gosh.
for the
No,
Yes.
beginning of the second episode?
no,
May I spoil it?
no, please don't.
No, you don't want me to. Okay.
No. I
Then
have
I
such little joy these days.
okay, then I won't spoil it. But what I will say is that I felt manipulated.
I believe this.
I
I believe
felt
this.
manipulated. And it's just like I'm tired of these shows manipulating me so
Hmm.
nakedly. You can manipulate me, but I don't want to see the scenes. I don't want to feel
Yeah.
like your puppet. Between,
Manipulate me, but hide it.
Yeah,
Jeez.
right.
I mean, just do a good job of like let me suspend my disbelief.
But
Yeah.
that's how these shows do now. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe to stand out in such a crowded marketplace, it's like, oh, everything is manipulation now on every single show. And you can't, like everything is about the twist. Everything is about the subversion of expectations to the point that it feels like these shows aren't really doing the things that they say that they're going to do. Like they've subverted all of it. Like
It makes
there's no show in the show.
I
yeah.
mean, it's true, and I mean, perhaps that kind of speaks to the political moment we're living in,
I
where
also
it's
think it speaks to social media.
Uh-huh.
uh-huh.
People have to do things that get people talking on social media. So it's not just about what makes sense or like what fits the actual goal or storyline of the show. Like it seems like a lot of what is happening is purposely to get people talking, to even get people outraged a lot of the
Hmm.
time. And that
Yes,
gets them talking and that gets them watching. So they're like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. We know that's the point.
Yep.
I believe the
Yep.
kids call it clip farming.
Mm,
Oh,
hmm.
Yes,
yeah.
there were several contestants on this season of Love Island who are being accused of clip farming, just creating moments that like made absolutely no sense
Hmm.
in context, so that people would, take it and clip it and put it on TikTok, and everybody could be like, "What?"
Hmm. I mean, I feel like before the show started doing it intentionally, you started seeing people do that because they
Yeah.
realized reality television, especially being its whole, almost like its own whole industry now. So people were like, yeah, I just have to, this isn't necessarily about winning the competition. This is about this is about standing out. This is
Yeah.
about having the wildest personality.
Yep. Yep. Because
I
now
think it's
the reason to do so many of these shows is because how much reality TV leads to more reality TV.
yeah.
And money and sponsorships. I mean, look at Trinity. She's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the the most the winner of this season's Love Island. She's already over 3 million Instagram followers.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like
Yeah.
it's wild. And that show ended what, like less than a week ago?
Hmm.
Because I don't watch much reality TV, I think it took me a while to realize that, like, oh no, now there are people who like their main job is reality TV,
Yep.
especially when you have stuff with like Survivor and the challenge and like stuff that like goes on or went on for just ever. I was like, oh, y'all keep going on these shows afterward.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
I get it now. I get it now.
And there's one, how do I say this without being spoilery? There is one contestant who is eliminated from Project Runway in the second episode who says that as they were leaving, one of the producers interviewing them is like, "Would you ever try this again?" And they're like, "Well, so and so told me to never say no to TV, so."
Huh. Huh.
Well,
Huh.
well,
I was like, well, there you go. There
Well,
you
yeah.
go. I guess we'll see you again.
it's been interesting because like so much of the reality TV that we've watched, Damien and I, it leads to other things in that very specific category, right? So if you are on Top Chef, it makes sense that you are going to reemerge 2 or 3 years later somewhere
Yeah.
else on Food Network or
Hmm.
in the RuPaul universe, right? So we don't watch like Survivor, Big Brother, any of those MTV shows. So it was only when we started watching Traders and thinking there were these people who were regular people.
Mm,
And then come to find out, oh
mm-mm.
no, this person's been on reality television for the last 17 years.
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
just had no idea of like how much of a cottage industry and the ways that like I don't know, like thinking about like Plain Jane's very interesting trajectory of not almost winning RuPaul, despite what she said she was not in danger of winning that season, which you heard. Now popping up on all of these other reality shows simply because, in my opinion, she's just like a, a white version of New York. Just
Hmm.
on these shows to create
Ooh,
confusion, to give a good soundbite,
interesting.
to be interesting to look at. Like
Like there is no reason why Plain Jane should be on Project Runway. I'm so
none
sorry. Plain Jane is
whatsoever.
not a fashion designer.
No, not even a little bit. And nobody accused her of that on her season
No.
of RuPaul. I mean, Plain Jane is she's just good for a talking head, which I guess is its own skill set. And why should I deny her a career platform given what this economy is like right now? Like
Mhm.
perhaps she is owed the only place where she can do the thing that she's good at because she's not even that good drag queen. So I think this is fine.
I like the pause.
I mean, think about it. How many people did we see on Project Runway over the years who are like brilliant, brilliant designers, but
Hmm.
like the sound bites and clips are really not their thing. Like they're
Right,
not going to give you a
right,
dramatic moment. They're
right,
they're about their
right.
business.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And the one who was like a very good designer and like, gave good sound bites is now the new Tim Gunn on the show, Christian Siriano.
Right.
Exactly.
Exactly. Who never seems like a good
Exactly.
mentor, but
At
he's great
all,
TV.
ever. Like so unhelpful. Like, girl, I'm just looking at this and it's like, no.
And
No. It's just like, okay. And the designer's like, so
Oh,
should I start over again? I don't know.
I don't
I'm not
know.
gonna tell you what to do, but
It's like, I legitimately don't know. I have no idea. I'm not in here looking at your garments. I'm in here putting on my show, and then I'm going to go back and think about my garments. Like, it's a
Mm,
very weird set of interactions. And to think about somebody like Carrie Underwood,
mm.
the most successful American Idol winner of all time.
With
If
Kelly
this,
Clarkson.
oh no,
Oh,
Carrie
really?
Underwood has outsold her, out earned her by a lot.
Really? Oh,
Hmm.
Carrie
The
okay.
Underwood has
country,
8 Grammys,
country,
baby. Yeah.
country music.
I
Yeah, country
see.
music is still, and she just sings really well, right? I enjoyed her a
Yeah,
lot on her
yeah.
season, mainly because her personality never got in the way of anything. She just came out there, she sung her songs, she looked good in whatever they put her on. And I was like, oh, somebody's going to make a lot of money off of her. If
Yep,
this were happening now, she would never win because I don't think they would find
exactly.
her interesting enough to carry the show. And I think they would not, I just don't think that they would have been instructed to allow her to move through the season. I feel like these things now are just produced in
Well,
such a different way than they used to be.
I think that they
Yeah.
could. I think you could craft a story around Carrie, like some sort of MAGA controversy, some sort of like Morgan Wallen getting her like caught saying the N-word on a hot mic,
But it would be
and
that,
her
right?
redemption story.
It would be the crafting of the arc as opposed to like a Frenchie Davis, who I think this time around they would want to keep her. The escandalo of her
Hmm
being in
hmm
her little negligee or whatever she was in that time would be way more of a reason to have her around instead of unceremoniously dumping someone who is so clearly the best vocalist that they had that season. Like it's just such a different way of thinking about what the show is, right? Like the show itself is no longer the talent competition. It's everything else you can produce on social media, but how interesting or scandalous these people are. They would have figured out some kind of way to have these people on American Idol saying the N-word, or you're right, wearing a MAGA hat, or concocting some wild story that is
Well,
is just meant to garner interest.
it's look at Love Island. It's like literally now for the past like what 2 or 3 seasons, somebody's getting caught like um kicked off the show for saying the N-word.
Yep, yep.
Every year now, it's like it's an annual tradition.
I don't even watch it, and I know that. I don't even watch the show.
I
I don't
don't
even
even
watch the
watch the
show.
fucking
And
show.
that's
Yep.
one thing that I know for sure about it. Someone's gonna get kicked off for being racist.
It was 2 people last year got kicked off for being racist. Two. This year it was only one.
Yeah.
I guess we should be glad they're even getting kicked off for being racist because, that very well
True.
could be going in the opposite direction.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
And, for the first time, the final four were all black women this
Oh, I did
year.
not know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about the show. I've never seen it. I don't know what it's about,
Oh, it's so messy.
which is why I've
It's
never seen it. Yep.
it's 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 just a mess. So it's just they get um young uh young people in their 20s who are very telegenic, and they put them in a villa in an island, and they couple up every episode, and then they are continually, well, supposedly continually, this year not so much, but they're bringing in new young singles to sort of flirt, and they sort of recouple periodically, and at the end, America's favorite couple wins $100,000. So that's the bare bones, but there's all sorts of games and challenges and producer manipulation to create the utmost drama. And it just always gets very, very, very messy. They all have to share beds. All of the
Of
challenges are
course.
very sexually charged. You know, their uniform during the day. So there's usually like a segment where they're like in the villa during the day, just sort of, mingling with each other and having conversations and whatever. And the boys are all, because it's all heterosexual, cisgender, they refer to
You
each other
don't say.
as boys and girls. the boys
Hmm.
and the girls. Um, and so the boys are wearing like their swim trunks, and the girls are just wearing straight up thongs. Like they're just their cheeks are just out. 24/7. And then at some point, I guess the producers tell them like, okay, it's nighttime, and then they go inside and they do their makeup. And there's this whole sort of ritual of like the girls in their changing room doing their makeup and like talking about the boys as they're like getting ready. And then like it's such a whole there's a whole sort of subplot this season. Like there's this weird sort of red-pilled Christian nationalist bent that this season took,
You
where
don't say.
Wow, really? I can't believe it. Mm.
because no, I mean like all the boys, it was like watching like a Andrew Schultz
Oh,
like
oh.
fan club meeting, like just red pilled out the ass, like manosphere. Like it was
Ew.
gross. And then like one of the girls was sort of like moving like the boys do because like the boys just sort of like will go and hook up with all the girls and like they
Of course.
will get some blowback and this year it was like there was one contestant who was particularly egregious. And so like and just like straight up just lying to these girls and he was exposed on movie night and it was like it was bad. Um, but even he, like, after about a day or two, like the girl he was with, like, went back to him, even though her mom and sister came to Fiji to say he's playing you. Please
Uh,
get away from this. Please get away from this man. And she was like, "You're right. Oh my God." And then 2 days later, she's like, well, you have to apologize to my mom, but okay. We can be together. But this other girl was kind of moving like some of those boys and like was dating all the men and like kissing them or whatever. And she got called lustful. And then that became like a theme.
Lustful,
Lustful.
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 What does that
You're being
mean?
too
My
lustful.
God. On a show
uh,
called Love Island, where you're running around naked all day with the express purpose of trying to attract someone of the other gender or
Mhm.
multiple someones, and lustful is used as a pejorative
Yes.
and not strategic motion towards winning. I don't understand this movie that you are describing. It sounds strange to me.
It's strange, but it is messy. It's so messy. And I love mess. I'm like that lady. What's her name? The organizer lady. I love mess. Anyway, whatever.
oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Marie Kondo.
Marie
Marie
Kondo.
Kondo. I love mess.
You were like that organizer lady, and I'm like, Fannie Lou Hamer? Like, I had no idea where you were going in this moment.
The home decor organizer.
Right.
I will say this. I hope if somebody has the big idea to make a queer Love Island, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to hear about it. This is exactly the kind of mess that if you just put a group of youngish queer men together on an island doing this, it just sounds the worst kind of trauma from my 20s
Oh
reemerging.
God.
And I don't even want to think about what that show would be like.
Mm-mm.
Because like everyone always says like, oh, that wouldn't work because they would all just sleep together. And it's like, well, yeah, at
Mm.
first, and then the drama would start.
And then the drama, the and it would be so much messier because you'd not be able to like the way the factions would necessarily be realigning constantly. I oh my God. Oh, I'm stressed out just thinking about it. I hope they never make that. I mean, I'll definitely watch it,
I mean, I
but I
would
hope
watch the shit
nobody
out of
makes
it.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I would be sad.
Yeah.
To be watching that.
I mean, there would be a murder.
I mean, it it would the way it would set social media ablaze, it would be the most meme-tastic thing of all time. Does any of us know how to produce a reality show?
Should we?
Should
I
we
was
just
just gonna
Yeah,
say,
I'm
should we
like,
make
how
this
long have we
show?
done this? We leaving money on the table at this
leaving
point.
money on
I
the
mean, I don't know.
table?
I can't remember if I told this story on here, but the last time I was in Puerto Vallarta, the last day, there was the whole sort of cartel situation.
I remember.
Yeah.
But the last day we were there, we went to the beach and we were just like, okay, it's our last day. Let's just calm down. Let's have some margaritas. Let's enjoy this beach. And we were at, like in the gay section of the beach. We were at like sort of a sort of cafe, beach-ish cafe. And like you can sit out on the sand and they'll bring you drinks and they'll bring you food, like whatever, sitting under the umbrella. There's this group of gays from Chicago behind us. Girl, by the end of the day, these queens were so drunk and so messy, they got into a physical fight.
No.
Yes. And this one white boy with the black scent who was just
Uh,
like,
Uh-oh.
just I don't from what I could gather, he was sort of the queen bee.
Ugh.
Um, he had this friend like I guess the like his main sycophant was this larger black dude who clearly did not and just was just co-signing every wild thing that
Mm.
this one said, and I was just like, girl, you don't love yourself,
And you just looking like, honey,
clearly.
stand up. Stand
Please,
up.
please. And like Dennis and I were just like looking at each other like the whole time because he was just saying just like the wildest shit. And then there were like a couple of others who were just sort of along for the ride. And then I guess there was a friend of a friend who like came and sort of joined. But like for whatever reason, Queen Bee did not like friend of a friend. And every
Uh-oh.
time friend of a friend would like walk away, would be like, I hate her so much. She is ugly and a bitch and stupid, and I don't know why you brought her because you know I don't like her. You know that she's like she said whatever last night when we were blah 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 blah. And it was just sort of like, oh, okay. And then by like sort of towards the afternoon, they were all drunk as a skunk. The queen bee went off to like talk to somebody and like came back and they were like, "Oh, what were you talking to that guy about? Like how much I don't like you, how
oh,
I don't like your face, how I don't like your attitude, how I think you're fat and I think you're ugly and I think you
Oh my
shouldn't be
God.
here and I think you should leave." And like then finally the friend of the friend was like, "You know what? I don't like you either because blah 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 blah. Well, blah 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 blah." And then all of a sudden I just hear and I turn around and Dennis had gone to the bathroom, so I was by myself. I turn around and they're literally doing this, like slapping.
oh,
Until friend of a friend like closed the fist and got a good one in the face.
oh.
And
Yikes.
like that's when they were sort of pulled apart and friend of a friend went away and like the whole rest of the time like the queen bee was like, "I'm so sorry. That was not me. He got me out of my character." But I also just wanted to say that she sucks and I hate her and she's a bitch. So she deserves what she got. Did you see the way I beat her ass? I beat her ass. So, and it was like, first of all, she beat your ass
I
all the
was
way
just gonna
up.
say, I
She ate
know
you
you
all the way
lying.
up. And then like one of the secondary characters was like, honestly, I really do think kind of all day you've been doing a lot. you've just been kind of doing the most. What? How dare you? Blah 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 blah. And then like the sycophant was like, no, she said things to, and I was just like, oh my God, this is a movie. This is a movie.
You're just sitting there with your margarita the whole
Just like
time, like, ooh.
slurp, slurp, slurp. And it's just like if you don't think that this would work, like I mean it would probably be on the Zeus channel, but still. I was very entertained. I mean, I was kind of annoyed because like I kind of wanted to enjoy my beach day, but like I mean, it was a free show, you know.
Yeah, Lee Island has
I
a lot of potential, I would say.
Well, we'll have to get you an island.
For starters, yes.
For starters. You know, my favorite thing though about Love Island is that apparently it is only a few miles away from Survivor Island. So
oh,
while they're
fun,
over,
Interesting.
and
fun.
they have reported that while they're over there on Survivor Island, like starving and getting eaten by bugs and whatnot, they can see the fireworks and all the lights over on Love Island.
It's like, dang, I bet they got food over there, man.
But I feel like we haven't talked in like like 6 weeks or something, which is very unusual. And I feel like all of us in our real lives, not in our TV lives, have some very exciting things going on. I'll just mention that in my day job, I have been promoted. I'm now the Yes, thank
Yay!
you. Thank
Congrats.
you. I'm now the marketing communication director at ACF, so hit me up if you're a composer and uh very excited to be working for an organization whose mission I actually align with and who's and with cool staff, and it's very nice working for Loki, and I feel very encouraged and um that I'm finally, you know, doing stuff that I'm actually good at and enjoy. It's right there in the center of that Venn diagram. So that's been very exciting. And I'm excited to, in a week's time, get on a plane and go and sit by a pool. And my only responsibility is to drink one more margarita than I drank the day before. So that's kind of what's going on with me, but I feel like both of you have some really exciting things happening. Like
Yeah, I mean,
Paige,
we
you
were
were
just
just
talking about,
In Jamaica.
speaking of islands, yeah,
Chi-Chi's out
I
on the
was on
gram.
one. Exactly, exactly. I was just like chilling in the heat, skin glistening, reggae music playing everywhere you go. That was my first time in Jamaica, and
Wow.
I had a wonderful time.
Yay.
Yeah, yeah, y'all's people really know how to treat me right. It was wonderful. I was in Treasure Beach, Jamaica specifically, which was delightful because there they do community-based tourism. And so it's
Ooh.
not a bunch of like giant, it's not like the Sandals Resort and like
Mhm.
private beaches that are cut off from the rest of the community and like that kind of thing. Like it was not like that. I mean, definitely still tourist, but it's more like you might stay in a villa and like the person who owns it and takes care of it lives right next door
Yeah.
and
Oh.
that kind of vibe. Right. Um, so it was lovely. It was so wonderful. And it like wasn't peak season, so it wasn't crowded. Of course, I loved being in the ocean. And oh, okay, the whole story of why I was there is actually wild. Um, so my god sister, shout out to her, Renisha Dion Franklin, is a fine art photographer. Um, created a project called Profile Noir, where she took portraits of um Black women specifically, in just like these really beautiful regal kind of poses and settings. But about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, she came to me wanting to start an artist residency. And so asked me like the residencies you've been on, how were they? Like what made it great? What do you wish could have been different? I want to create this one. And so now this year it has finally happened. It's the inaugural
Hmm.
year of the
Oh,
Profile Noir Sanctuary and Art Residency in Treasure Beach, Jamaica.
Mm.
So she had two residents. The program is for specifically Black women and gender expansive visual artists.
I love
oh.
Yes.
that.
Yes. It was just so amazing to watch this idea. It was once a little seed, like be full grown and, seeing how the artist residents were nurtured by it and the community nurtured by it for real. Like um they got to do like community workshops and did a final like exhibition, community exhibition that was there in Treasure Beach in front of one of the boutiques in town. Anyone could stop by and like hear the artists talk about their work, talk about how Treasure Beach impacted them. And it was just such a beautiful vision of art, but also art, specifically art in community,
Yeah.
come to life.
Mm.
Like there's a way that you can go about traveling to a place or creating a residency there, a program there in a way that's like disconnected and even extractive. Like
Hmm.
there's a way to do that. And that is not what my god sister did at all. She did the
Hmm.
complete opposite of that. She did the total opposite. And it was gorgeous to witness. It was like, okay, this is a possibility model. Shit. Like, let me let me think big about how artists, especially black artists across the diaspora, can be building community together and supporting each other. Um, and so yeah, like 2 weeks before the end of the residency, maybe beginning of June, and about 2 weeks before I would leave for Jamaica, she messaged me and said, "Hey, is your passport up to date? And what are you doing this date through this date?" And I was like, "Yes, it's up to date. I ain't got nothing going on with work, and I got PTO. We can. What job, girl? We don't worry about that." But my god sister just wanted support in that like final week of the residency with making sure everything was set for the artist exhibition, making sure like things were taken care of. It's not like she has a big staff that's that's running this,
Right.
It's like mainly her, and like some close friends and colleagues who she trusts. And she also got very generous funding to cover the exhibition. So she said, do do
Come on,
do, crunch
funding.
some numbers.
Hmm.
Right, exactly. Funding, continuous funding. Okay.
You
Mhm.
can't spell funding without fun.
Hey. And shoot, if I were a funder, I would be funding the shit out of that too. Like,
Oh,
what? Are you
absolutely.
kidding me? Like, the return on investment is crazy.
Hmm.
So, yeah, she probably set a very high bar for grant reports, I'm sure. Um, Good luck to the people coming after that. Um, and so yeah, she just like crunched the numbers and was like, "Here's your ticket." Like,
That's amazing.
yeah, it was truly amazing. And I didn't realize, no, actually, I did realize how bad I needed to travel. I had been
Yeah.
saying it for months. I was like, a Sagittarius, like, hasn't been out the country in how long? That's crazy. That's
That's a
unhealthy.
Mhm.
Where
I have to be on a plane at least every 3 months. It's
like I'm in critical condition at that
hmm.
point, like haven't gone nowhere. And it had really been forever since I'd gone out the country. But I really needed that reset and change of pace, especially um just being able to move much slower.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Much slower and still be technically working, supporting my god sister, but it's like, yeah, we can work while on the beach. having curry lobster and a red stripe.
You can absolutely work with a red stripe in your hand. There is no
Exactly, exactly.
yeah.
Why not have the meeting in the pool? Like, you know,
Right.
what a concept. And I have to admit, I realized after coming back to the States, and I also stopped in Atlanta at the end of the trip and was there for ritual with my spiritual house. But after I got back to Minneapolis, y'all, your boy may have had a tinge of of the depression a little bit.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was hard to get my footing coming back. Not gonna lie. Jamaica was not only beautiful, but it felt like I felt at home like
Mm.
immediately, you know, very, very at home. Um, and I know I have like ancestors who came through there, so I'm sure there's the ancestral connection as well. But just being in intergenerational spaces, being in paradise, obviously getting to
Mhm.
swim in the ocean, not having to center my life around work. It's beautiful, but then you come back and you're just like sad and mad
Yeah.
about how we have to
Yeah.
live here in the United States. So yeah, yeah. Don't mean to end on a sad note.
But I
That's
mean,
real. It's real.
there's potentially more travel in your future.
Absolutely. Oh, there's 100% more travel in my future. Also, I was sitting there for a second like, wait, hold on. I'm grown. Let's remember I'm grown and I have autonomy. Do I have to go back? Like, let's just think about it for a second.
Yeah, well,
Like,
yeah, it's true. It's true.
You
do I have to
do
go back to
not.
United States? Exactly. I was like, would it uproot my entire life to stay here? Sure.
Sure.
Would I be quitting my job effective immediately? Yeah. But I just had to check in with myself for a second.
I think anyone would understand. And the internet still exists in Jamaica. We
Yeah.
could
Exactly.
continue to do the show. Not everything would
Mm-hmm.
have to change so
No.
drastically.
Yep.
Plenty of
Yep.
things wouldn't have to change at all.
But what I was referring to was this mask making opportunity, and perhaps our community could help
Absolutely.
you with
Oh my
that.
gosh, because I'm gonna need all the help. This is a community effort for real. It's a group project, so I need y'all to lock in. Um, but yeah, have the opportunity within the next year and a half, maybe really over a couple years, to like travel to a few different places in the Black diaspora that I've been making connections with, or that people in my circle have been making connections with. And for me, it's really for the purpose of connecting with masquerade artists specifically in those places, being in places where there's traditions of Black ritual and cultural masquerade, where there's carnival traditions. Um, and yeah, get to learn from them, get to learn about the history, but also really, really connect with contemporary masquerade artists. That's what I'm most interested in. So while I was there in Jamaica, like I didn't get to talk to people who did masquerade specifically, but the connections are there, and like with more time. Like I can go over to Kingston and talk to people who
Mhm.
do like
Mhm.
the Moko Jumbi. For those who don't know, stilt walking masquerade. There's a group there that does it in a very contemporary way and that mixes the traditional masquerade but with modern masquerade that speaks to the social issues of the time. So I'm excited to connect with groups like that, and hopefully go at a time where there's some cultural and heritage like celebrations happening, the kind that masquerades come out for. So, trying to time things that way. There's different points at the year and different kinds of celebrations and festivals where masquerade may come out, not just the typical carnival time. So I want to see that. The other place is Brazil.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, I have
Yes.
been dying to go to Brazil. dying to go to Brazil. And some folks in my spiritual house will be going next year. And so going with that group, I we will do like, the cultural heritage things, and I will have direct access to some people who do some masquerade through that. It's also an exciting time to go, like the time that we're planning. It's winter. Well, winter here. Maybe not winter there. I don't know. I don't know what Brazil seasons are like. We're gonna find out. But in December, it's a time when people will be preparing for carnival season coming up. But we will also be there during my birthday, where I get to experience the feast day for my Orisha.
Oh,
In
Oh,
Brazil, the feast day for Oya Yansa is on my birthday,
oh my gosh.
right? Right?
That's
December 4th.
awesome. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I will be there for that. And yeah, get to connect with more contemporary masquerade artists again. We're, traditional and the contemporary. I wanna see it all and then see where we meet. And then the other place, I'm talking about these out of order, but the timeline's a little different. But the third place is Benin. Uh
ooh.
yes, Benin. I also have some connections there. I
Isn't
have
that Sierra's new homeland?
Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna go join my girl Sierra. So Benin, also traditionally called Dahomey after, pre-colonization. Um, I have a teacher who've been learning about Fon culture from the Fon people, who is indigenous to that area, uh, and learning about the Vodun tradition, which famously has some pretty elaborate masquerades,
Mhm.
very, very elaborate, very colorful, um, very just stunning kind of masquerade traditions of different kinds. So I'm excited to go there and again have, local guides who can really give me experience that help me have an experience that isn't just tourism, but really connecting with
Yeah.
people there, connecting with artists there. Um, Shout out to brother Richard Agbayanu, who is my Vodun teacher, who's there and is very much about connecting people in the diaspora back home to Benin, Dahomey. That is part of his work and is a Pan-Africanist. Um, and yeah, sees us all as kinfolk. So will
Hmm.
help give me that experience of going to the root of some of the masquerades that we do here in the diaspora. Um, so yeah, that is the journey that I'm looking forward to in 2027.
Amazing.
Benin will actually be first. Benin would be in April for almost the entire month. I think it may actually span over March and April. Then Jamaica, and then at the end of 2027, Brazil.
So now, if all the scorekeepers want to help out with all of that, there's a
Hmm.
link, correct, that everyone can go to help
Yes, there
support this project and all
is.
these travels.
Yes, there is. So I have a crowdfund going on Chuffed specifically. It's a fundraising platform. And you can look up Paige's Sankofa Fund.
Well, and of course we'll
Paige's
have a,
Sankofa Fund. Yes, I'll put a link. We'll put a link
of
in the
course.
description. It's also all up on my Instagram at Paige Oyaleke. Um, and yeah, it's my Sankofa fund because I have to go back and get it. Go back and get it and then bring it back to the community here. That's one
Hmm.
of the biggest parts that I want to make sure I mention is that
Hmm.
like it is not just for the sake of, ooh, let me, flounce across the globe, although I will be flouncing across the globe. But
Make no mistake.
absolutely, absolutely. but it's to bring it back here, to tell people what I saw, what I experienced, to connect people further with masquerade traditions across the diaspora. If I can connect the artists themselves and the people, then I will do that too. Down the line, it could look like bringing people from there here. I'm really trying to, dream big and dream into long-term relationship building and long-term reclamation of this practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, everyone, please support them on this incredible journey. I cannot wait to hear all about your adventures and to see what beautiful art comes out of this in 2028, I guess.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But you are not the only one who is working on an incredible, exciting summer project, Dr. Bynum. I want to hear everything about 90 Miles from Anywhere.
Yes.
Please tell the
I
people.
I will share just a little bit. Um, I have written a show. It is called 90 Miles from Anywhere, and we are having a brief little presentation tomorrow, July 19th, in anticipation of really launching into an attempt to take the show to its next developmental phase. So last year, I was reacquainted with a person named Tanya Burl Torres, speaking of Jamaica, a Jamaican by way of Canadian Broadway performer who also is a choreographer, director of some renown. And she pulled me aside at this event. We were just chatting, and she was telling me about the Zora project, which is her like a very fascinating, sprawling theatrical, musical, choreographic, but also um, anthropological, ethnographic exploration of Zora Neale Hurston's work. And she is doing this massive project in collaborations with the Shed, a producing body that produces a lot of dance and theater here in the city, but also at Barnard College, which is a part of Columbia, and a place where I spent a lot of my formative years. And it just so
And
happened
so did I.
and so did Rocky. And it just so happens that she's working on the project with a person named Monica Miller, who is one of my professors in undergrad. So we were talking about the project, and she was like, as a part of it, I'm interested in delving into the operatic space and maybe adapting either some of Zora's work for the opera or something else that would feel like it would be the kind of project that she would have been working on. So long story short, she and I like met for coffee one day and sort of talked through some ideas. And she had the idea of excavating the histories of Black migrant farmers in Long Island, about 90 minutes from New York City, who were essentially, sharecroppers on, plantations in Long Island in the 20th century, well into the 80s and 90s. And these were just,
Really?
yep, these were just stories that
Wow.
people didn't really know much about. There had been, a series of newspaper articles about, um, and then a book called All That Remains by a Pulitzer Prize winning reporter named Steve Wick. And she shared the book with me, and it was of interest because same area, same time period as part of my dissertation, but not what I was writing my dissertation on. So I had a general familiarity with the stories, but I was more interested in if the stories were going to be told, like sort of thinking about who were these people, what did they think their stories were, right? Not so
Hmm.
much because the book, which is absolutely lovely, was written by, a white reporter sort of talking about his experiences with this group of people as opposed to the group of people themselves, which was the story that was interesting to me and which was also the story that was interesting to Tanya. And we found a really brilliant composer, Natalie Brown, who, like me, her background is in music and in theater, but also in African American studies. As a matter of fact, despite the fact that I am, a year or two or 20 older than her, we'd actually studied under some of the same people. She went to Yale and as the case was, actually, in some instances, studied with my classmates who were her professors. I was like, you're making somebody feel old, not me, but somebody somewhere. And then, we got together and thought about from our space as Black women and femmes, what is the story that we see about this group of people, and came up with this musical work called 90 Miles from Anywhere that sort of gets into um, the sort of domestic, interpersonal, and also philosophical relationships between a group of people that could have lived in one of these spaces um, in the 1960s, and really trying to do a reclamation of Black joy in a group of people that I think a lot of folks, if they were thinking, okay, you have this group of Black migrant workers in Long Island in the 60s. God, their lives must be hard and terrible and unpleasant, and they must be walking around, basically singing slave songs at each other all the time and not having any kind of interiority, not having any kind of interests and aspirations and ways of supporting each other through mutual aid, but also ways of disagreeing with each other because they are Black people from all over the diaspora who have been placed together in adverse conditions, but they're doing what we always do when we're placed together in adverse conditions. They're thriving. So
Mhm.
that's the story that we wanted to tell. And we're having a little showing tomorrow. That Natalie and I have come together and written about a quarter of the show, and we're showcasing it to some friends and family, and also folks in the industry who we trust. Anybody else who cares to see it. Barnard College is a co-sponsor, as is the Shed, but we are mostly producing this by ourselves, and we'll be uh, together tomorrow. Our very own Damian Norfleet is performing one of the roles, as are Aaron McKenzie and Nikki Renee Daniels, two of my favorite Broadway composers. A small little group of musicians. Our very own Loki Karuna is also going to moderate a talk back where we'll talk about how we came together on the project and what it is that we're hoping to do. We're also trying to raise a little coin to keep the
Mhm.
show going to its next phase of development. So maybe we'll drop in to the show notes where you can hit us with $1 or two or three if you so desire. But if not, we'll be posting some of the music and some of the video in the coming weeks on social media, and you can take a look if you like it and support that, or just um, the general Zora project under which we currently fall, or Natalie's other music. She's a really brilliant, really brilliant creator of music. So just excited to be back on this side of the table after having been on the other side of the table and supporting other people's work for 25 years. It feels really nice to be utilizing that particular part of my skills towards something that I am working on and that I'm super proud of, and that also mentions the Benonites, since we've been talking about Benin a little bit earlier.
Mhm.
All of this is of a piece. So yeah, just super happy. Thank you for asking about it, and we plan to make an appearance on the show and talk much more in detail about that in the coming weeks. So yeah.
Yes, and I'm so excited. I so
Yay.
wish I could be there in
Yeah, I wish
person.
Seriously,
y'all could be
same.
here too, but maybe, we'll raise enough money that we can take the show on the road and make an appearance in I don't know, St. Paul or wherever the hell Paige is going to be next. I don't know. Maybe
Who
we'll
knows?
uh, do a little bit of a diasporic tour and get as many folks in front of this as humanly possible.
Exactly, absolutely.
Love
So
it.
please
Yes.
go visit the link in the show notes. Give Lee and their colleagues a little bit of coin so that they can keep developing this wonderful, wonderful project. Unfortunately, this episode is out on Tuesday, so you know, future Rocky. I know that the showcase went swimmingly and it went wonderfully. But
Ashe.
hopefully, the videos and the music and all of that will be out soon so people can check it out. Because I know I'm super interested in this project. I didn't know that it was still going on in the 90s. That's wild to me.
And
Yeah.
I mean, people, you hear so many things from people not understanding the African American experience or the Black experience in this country because people like to put really cute, convenient historical endpoints and starting points on things that don't have neat endpoints or starting points. Slavery is not a thing that one day, our great, you know, leader, Abraham Lincoln, stood up one day and waved a wand and said, "We are no longer doing this racism." And then we stopped doing it 150 years ago. Like that's not a thing,
D-
right?
True.
It,
Very,
slavery
very
found
true.
ways to morph and continue because the system that built it continues to perpetuate it. And it
Indeed.
just exists in various other ways now. And not to get us off of what we're supposed to be talking about, this is why y'all need to get your asses up and vote,
Hmm.
because this
Mhm.
is this is absolutely, there are people who are still indentured to all kinds of systems right in this moment. They
Mhm.
are your neighbors, they are people you pass every day, they are people you pretend not to see, or they're people that you absolutely see and you're having a conversation with and you don't even understand that that's what is happening in the moment.
Hmm.
So it's important to me to go on and tell these stories. And to me, it's really important that there are queer Black artists like the three people who are talking to you now and every week for the last 5 years who are doing work to sort of bring you into things that are important. And we hope that you will support us in that way, like you have been so good to support us on this show all of these years.
Absolutely.
Ashe.
Absolutely. Uh, well, I think on that note,
That happy, happy note.
that important note,
Yes.
I think perhaps we end it here, because we are a bit over time, and
Mhm.
Pure Black Joy, I'll just say Pure Black Joy is us finally being back together, getting the band back
Mhm. I
together.
agree.
And all of you out there in our beautiful beloved community, and thank you all, as always, for supporting us and for listening to us and allowing us to go on vacation, which we are going to do again. And this time it's my fault. I'm going to be outside for a little while, but we will be back in mid-August for another brand new show. And then I think we'll probably be back on our regular cadence,
Yeah.
unless Paige decides to go to Timbuktu or Rio or Australia or
You never
wherever.
know.
You never know. But until then, please, as always, leave a review. I got an email from something. It was they were trying to sell me something about the podcast. But like next to our name on Apple Podcasts, apparently there's 23 reviews. And I haven't gone in and checked it in a
Oh,
while. Yeah.
Oh.
really?
Yeah,
Wait.
and we have like an average rating of like 4.7 or 8 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It was high. So keep doing that. Keep
cute.
doing that. 5 stars. Leave some words. If you want to reach out, get in touch with us. The score. what is it? The Score Podcast 2.0 at gmail.com.
I
Tell your
like
friends
that.
about us. Hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. It helps us out a lot. So
Yeah.
so that's exciting. But before we go back on vacation, any words of wisdom besides the ones that Lee just dropped?
Yeah, the air quality is really crazy out there. If you
Mm,
were listening to
Yeah.
this podcast, you may
mm,
be dealing with the same things that we are. Put on a mask or stay in the house,
yes.
right? All right.
Yes.
I'm trying to keep
Yes.
y'all
Hmm.
alive. I'm
And
not doing
drink
this for
some
me.
water.
Yeah, please drink some water, put on some lotion, do all the things that your mother taught you or that my
Hmm.
mother would have
Mm.
taught you if, that home training thing had been at your house like it
If
was at mine.
if you were raised correctly.
Correct.
Pretend
Or
like you were raised
pretend.
correctly. What would Miss Bynum do? WWNBD.
I saw somebody, a black person yesterday with the ashiest knees I had seen in
Oh,
years, and
honey.
I gasped, and all I could think about, your mother must be mortified wherever she is.
Oh, honey.
Sometimes I can't wait to be an elder because that's one of those things that elders can just straight up tell you
Hmm.
about and get away with it.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Yep.
yep, yep.
No, maybe it was
Hmm.
maybe like a month ago. I was at the gym and I realized I had not I had just been rushing and I had not reapplied and I looked down and one of my knees was so ashy and I was so embarrassed. I was like, I need to go home. I need to go home. And then I ran then I ran into the bathroom and there was lotion in the bathroom and I was like, thank God.
Oh,
Thank God.
you were raised well. You had sense enough to be embarrassed.
I was so embarrassed. Oh my goodness. All right, well, don't be ashy.
Don't be ashy,
Do
girl.
not. Mm-mm.
That's my word of wisdom.
Timely.
Yes, yes.
Always. Always.
Always.
Evergreen wisdom. Hmm.
Okay. All right, well, we will see you in a month. And peace and love, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
Ashy.